Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I'm glad to report about Poland being way ahead of the curve. They are way ahead of the whole pack. They are leading. They are leading. And they are leading not in something that I see very good or positive, but in something that brings tyranny closer to our shores and everyday lives. It seems like in Poland, and not only in Poland, if you have a different opinion or take on things, in this case Ukraine, you might be sent to have a psychiatric examination. That means they think the judge assessed somehow that you must be crazy to, let's say, not support Zelensky, but instead maybe have a slightly positive attitude towards the enemies of Zelensky. We have a woman here in Poland where she she posted, made some social media posts. I don't know if some videos as well, and she made some claims. This article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. So they brought her in front of a judge, this woman, and the judge ordered her psychiatric evaluation. First, why was she brought over there? Because through her posts, she somehow promoted war and promoted aggressive attacks and all that. Remember, this comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. So the New Voice of Ukraine, the media outlet, would give you, and they will give us, exactly what she said. And New Voice of Ukraine, if there would have been more tweets or more, messages from this woman, they would have put it over there to incriminate her. So I'm going to read you what she said, the article, and you're going to decide for yourself if that required her to be in front of a judge and sent to have a psychiatric evaluation. So let's go and see. You gotta love it because you have to extrapolate this to other things. If you are treated like this in this context, you could be treated next in something else. You might not like your president, and you gotta be crazy if you don't like your president. It's going that way. Look at China, look at the communist countries. It was like that. You had to show utmost respect and love for the leader. Look at Kim Jong-un, the woodchuck in the North Korea. When he appears somewhere, it's like an Elvis Presley concert. They're all like, ah! Do you think that's real? I doubt that, unless those guys were so brainwashed that they are not human beings. And I don't think so, because I saw a kind, milder version of that in the communist countries, like Romania. It was staged, and you knew what you were supposed to do to be okay. Otherwise, things were not okay. So that creates fake and false more than we are. Because we can just go outside and be ourselves 100%. You might not have any friends overnight. You can't say everything you feel, everything you think, because everybody's going to say, oh my God, this is loose cannon here. Pff, bye-bye. And they're afraid to associate with you. Why? Because afraid. Anyway, so let's move on. So we have here New Voice of Ukraine, March 6, 2023. Supporter of Russia sent to psychiatric examination in Poland. Remember, this is the worst case scenario for the Ukrainians. People supporting Russia in another country than Russia. So the New Voice of Ukraine would have made this headline the harshest, the most extraordinary and deeming headline that they could. And this is all that they came with. Supporter of Russia sent to psychiatric examination in Poland. Supporter. And then they show this without her face. I wouldn't mind if I would be having a problem show my face, especially if I'm still backing my statements. Why would I be afraid of it? If I think I'm on the side of the right, that's why I said it, then why should I be ashamed? If I say, well, maybe it would have been a little bit of nuance here, even though. But anyway, I'm assuming these guys did it for other reasons as well. For her protection, I'm guessing. So, let's see. A 59-year-old resident of the community of Sobotka, near the city of Wrocław in Poland, has been accused of publicly calling for a war of aggression through her pro-Russian social media posts. Polish newspaper Gazeta Wyborcza reported on March 2nd. The woman, who the newspaper named as Marzena T., was reported to have glorified Kremlin dictator Vladimir Putin and to have wished the Russian Federation victory in the war against Ukraine. All right. Was this guy, Vladimir Putin, indicted of anything? He was convicted of anything? Was he convicted of anything? Yet, let's put it this way. And until you are you guilty of anything? And then wished the Russian Federation victory in the war against Ukraine. All right, I think that's illegal, isn't it? All right, so this is Mr. Kosma. Artur Kosmal. I gotta see his name. Interesting. President Putin, and these are her social media posts right here, my friends, or whatever she did. This is the worst. That's why she was charged? Accused. She was accused, and she's in front of this guy. Let's see. I'm quoting, President Putin stood at the head of all nations oppressed by Zionism. Zionism is a movement, okay? That's what Zionism is, an idea. He stood at the head of all Slavs. I believe in the victory of Russia and Russia's help for us Slavs. Thank you in advance and pray for Russia. End quote. She wrote on the social media. Do you see here any Ukraine? Ukrainians are Slavs, aren't they? So where's the glorification here of Putin? That's her opinion on this guy. Where is the war? I believe in the victory of Russia against the nations oppressed by Zionism. All right, where is the... Well, I understand that people say, Zionism is a movement. Anyway, the Polish prosecutor's office opened a case against the woman for those posts, okay? On charges of calling for a war of aggression. What? Okay, maybe I'm an idiot, but I'm going to keep reading this. In court, the woman tried to justify herself, claiming that she actually opposes the war and in general loves people. And the Ukrainians are among her friends. According to the defendant, these posts were written not with the mind, but with the heart. That means passion, like Zelensky comes and tells us that we're all good. So it's pathos, not logos. After meditation, which she learned during a trip to India, where she claimed to have met a Tibetan Buddhist leader, the Dalai Lama. Now you say, oh, she's definitely crazy. Is she crazier than Biden, claiming that he has degrees that he doesn't have, or he met people that he never met, that he was in South Africa to visit Mandela and he was attacked? Which one is crazier? Both. But then this woman gets a psychiatric evaluation, and the other guy is the president of a country. Which is more dangerous, her or he? In this regard, the judge ordered her to undergo a psychiatric examination based on the results of which a decision will be made regarding the further consideration of the case. So if she is considered mentally ill, she might not be charged with something, right? A decision will not be negative. If she's going to be deemed normal, then she's going to be punished. If found guilty, the woman may face up to 5 years in prison for this right here. For this, you get 5 years in prison for that. Okay, well, I never thought Poland was a free country anyway. I'll be honest with you, as I don't think Romania is, for that matter, or any country that doesn't have a military power. I will tell you who could be independent. Iran, I think North Korea, Israel, United Kingdom to some extent. obviously China, obviously Russia, obviously the United States of America. Let me think, what other countries I could consider free, really free. That means they can do things without being afraid that someone will smack them over the face. About it. I think these are the free countries of the world. Not France, not Germany. No, I don't think so. In Europe, I can't consider anybody. Saudi Arabia, no, because if they want Saudi Arabia goes to, they can't defend themselves whatsoever from anybody. Pakistan, no, because Pakistan is at US is on a payroll. India is, I forgot about India. India is, if I miss one or two, but remember we have 193 countries on this planet, so we still make my point with that. It's what's his name, Communist Trudeau, a fringe minority. That's what it is, a fringe minority with unacceptable views. Does that sound familiar? Unacceptable view? So what's going to be next if you have an unacceptable view? You're going to be charged, convicted, and thrown in jail? If is that called glorification and instigation to war? If you look on YouTube, you might find a lot of people talking even more than she does about certain things. I wonder, will they be thrown in jail soon? I think it's a big possibility if the trend goes like that, unless you're considered crazy. I remember when I used to watch movies in the past, a long time ago, tens of years back, let's put it this way. And it was a movie with Mel Gibson. I think it was Mel Gibson, and I think it was Julia Roberts, if I remember correctly. And he had some crazy ideas, Mel Gibson. I love Mel Gibson, but you can't really say it for the obvious reasons, but I say it. I like Mel Gibson. I don't love him. Let's put it this way. And in that movie, he played the role of a guy that he made some comments about the government, but he was like crazy. So those kinds of personages, the characters, were allowed in the movies only under telling the truth, only under the definition or the claim that they're crazy. So you got to be crazy. That was the message, part of it. You got to be crazy to have these kinds of ideas. And if this case goes and she's going to be deemed crazy, I'm not saying you can't be crazy and make statements even worse. Yeah, or mentally ill, or however we want to have mental problems. I don't say that. I'm afraid that would be used for people who are perfectly sane to be told that they are insane, therefore out. And that's my the things that I'm concerned with this article. And I saw that not only in this little thing here. This is okay, this is in Poland, but even if United States of America, if you say something that it touches a few victim groups, then you get in trouble. Okay, they just jumped the gun from this to that already. If you say, let's say, I like Friedrich Nietzsche, oh my God, Friedrich Nietzsche. Someone else liked Friedrich Nietzsche. A lot of people like Friedrich Nietzsche. Oh, because that someone else liked Friedrich Nietzsche. Oh, you know? Or if you have any other ideas about, I don't know, genes, or about, scientific research, or IQ, you put all this together in a certain way and they will send you straight to wherever they want to send you, Nuremberg trials. This is what I'm afraid. And not for me. I mean, what the hell? I have a life and that's going to come and go. But I'm afraid about the other people's, everybody, the society. I'm still in the society. I can't just stay over there, eat, get fat, and do things and whatever. No, that's for animals, animals. We are animals, but for a certain kind of level. We shouldn't be that level. We should try to get us higher a little bit, not higher, not that kind, but... So anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.